The morning blessing today is about angels amongst us. Angels, they are among us. Whether you feel it's an ancestor that has passed on, or family, friend, or the angels of the Bible that I believe in, they're there. The thing is, we weren't taught the comfort and the power that is within these angels that are amongst us, the spiritual ones. So today it's about the pillar of spiritual prosperity, right? Because it's a spiritual. So the pillar of spiritual prosperity is one we ponder about with fear, judgment, and what others will think of us. We always do that with spirituality. It is in this pillar we store fear, judgment, and beliefs. We also look to this pillar for hope. We believe in a power outside of ourselves which will come to our rescue and save us from disaster. We hide our fear of punishment from our God in this pillar. The fear of not pleasing or doing the right thing can cripple us and prevent us from taking action to help ourselves. We often use this pillar to judge and condemn others who do not practice the same type of religious or faith as we do. We really mess up ourselves with this pillar. Our beliefs determines how we behave and how we think of others. Those beliefs can lead us to be fearful and extremely judgmental of others. Spirituality has nothing to do with fear and judging. Spirituality is accepting others for who they are and letting them be who they desire to be without putting any input from us. So, angels amongst us. Yes. Think of it. Take a deep breath. Now is your time to do that. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Hold to the count of 8. And then release it to the count of 10. That is what spirituality allows us to do. Take a pause and realize, hey, we have this amazing thing called a breath to tell us we are spiritual. We don't have to be religious. It's not a dogma. It's an acceptance of self. You were created to be perfect just the way you are. Not the way somebody decided you should look or be. And those that come to you, look to see in them, see them. That person that looks not like you and in a state of disrepair or in that moment. All I know for sure, because I did it 3 times, when you hold that baby in your arms, or your godmother, or somebody has given you the chance to take the baby for a moment, all you wish for that child, all you know you want for that child is the most amazing, successful life according to the detection of the world, what they dictate in the world we live in. And when we take them to be presented to in the temple, like when Mary presented Jesus in the temple, and she was told what she was going through, what she would go through with this child, we don't get that. Nobody tells us what to expect. She was fortunate and blessed, and yet it must have torn her apart to realize, hey, I am carrying this person that I have no idea where they're going to. We read the Bible. Many of us, we depend on the New Testament, where that is. But we do not remember to realize being spiritual is letting people become who they want to become, like she and Joseph did. So, but then we were given helpers. They told us of the announcement. Archangel Gabriel is the newsmonger, literally. He spread the news of the coming of Christ, right? Then you have those that Michael, that is your defender in time of struggles and what you call challenges and struggles. You guys rope them together. I don't like that. But Archangel Michael comes in and he helps with the challenges. It's not because you pray to them as a God, but it's a support. When you have a fight, you go to the comfort of a family member, your husband's mother. Tell your son to behave, your wife's, she's crazy, she doesn't cook like you. All of that. So we see But then we have these little helpers. We all have a guardian angel. I'm talking to Eric yesterday, my brother, and he's telling me, oh, I see this, I feel this, I see this. I say, you know what, why don't you just cool, settle down, relax, and ask, what is it? Who is that energy? Who does it belong to? All through the estate, he said, he sees it all through the house. Then find out who is it. There's a message for you, Eric, and you have to know. So then there was a man that was married to my mother's aunt, and my dad aunt was maybe as young as my mom, and they kind of grew up together. So her husband became a helper with my dad. He was everywhere. My dad he spoke Spanish, and they together paplimento, which is the broken thing for Aruba and Curacao and Borneo. And they used to call him, I forgot, amigos. So this funny thing, we do not pay attention to these little things that happen. So he is telling me about this. And I said, you know what, Eric? You are taking on a big responsibility with this estate of ours. And I have a funny feeling this is Auntie Murray's husband, that energy you're feeling. And he paused. He said, it's funny you should say that. Yesterday, Curtis and I were talking about him and how close he and Dad was, and he was always with our dad, and what they did together, all the plantation work they did, the estate work they did, and creating things and building everything. So I said, well, that's your confirmation. Why don't you call on that energy and say, hi, I need your help. I am doing this and I need your help. You know what my father always planned for us to do. I need guidance. It's not going to hurt you. That's your earthly angel. We get them all the time. We need to understand. We shouldn't be afraid of our ancestors when they have passed on. Their love does not die. Their body dies, but their spirit remains connected. Your angel, your mom, you feel the energy of your mother. It comes to mind, she's dead. You go, hi, mom. And you will notice it will just disappear. The peace will go. So we are never alone. Let that truth settle into your soul this morning. We are never alone. Even in our darkest hours, when the world feels heavy and hope feels distant, there are angels amongst us. They are not just heavenly beings from ancient scripture. They are not. They are energy, intuition, comfort, sometimes the voice within you that keeps saying, that says, keep going. You're on the right track. Do not give up. Control your tongue, for whatever comes out of that mouth cannot be retractable. That voice, Dawn, my sister, makes fun of it, and she goes, oh, well, there's one on my left shoulder, one on my right shoulder, and I don't know. And sometimes I just go the wrong way, and I go, yeah. And you've been saying that for 40 years, so figure it out. Which one do you want? So I want to recall a moment when things felt too much, when you were overwhelmed, maybe frightened or uncertain. And just as you were about to give up, something shifted. You know, it just shifted. Maybe someone called you out of the blue and removed you from the depths you were going in by the conversation. Although you had to tell them what you're experiencing. Or maybe you heard a song that said, keep going on, with words you needed to hear. Go on. You are good enough. You've got it. Maybe a door opened when all others were shut, and it maybe wasn't the door you expected, that big door of success to open for you. But when you are in pain, and when you are challenged, and you call on your angel, your guardian angel is never away from us. If it is in the Old Testament, it went into the New Testament. Why we do not know the power of having our guardian angel to assist us on this journey, when we believe we cannot do it, it's because everybody needs help. There are a lot of us, and we all need to find that little help. If it's your guardian angel, try it. You mightn't believe me or don't believe that they have any guidance, but why do you go to a banker to get information about finance? Why do you seek a doctor? If you don't believe, then just stop. Everything we touch has energy. The paper for this book came from a tree. The ink came from lead or something in the ground. Energy, it doesn't just happen. When you stifle the energy and you leave it alone and you wet it, it picks up and starts over again. We are told to talk to plants, and we cannot talk to the guidance within us. Sometimes you need to go in and find the 7-year-old you and ask, what were your plans for the future? What you enjoyed the most, and then see if it aligns with what you enjoy the most now. So maybe that wasn't just a coincidence. No, that was the divine presence of your angels working energy and vibration. They do help you. When you just pause and say, okay, I need to get this. I have to. Okay, breathe. You hear yourself saying, breathe, breathe, breathe. Now is the time to breathe. I remember a time I was sitting in the living room, like the walls were closing in, and I whispered, help me. Just help me. But I am going to tell you the story that actually I still have never figured out all those years later. I was coming home from daycare with Jillian, and Vanessa was in the little stroller. Jillian and I were walking, and it was in the winter. It wasn't far from the house, but we had to climb a little hill and then get home. And it snowed. Was blowing, and the trucks were passing, and the sleet and in their faces. And I remember when I got to the crest of the little hill, we used to go down the path, which was like just the side of the hill, not the road, and we would call it slowly, just to encourage them to go slowly. I would say slowly, slowly. We couldn't do that day. We had to go around the street. So when I got to the top of the crest of the hill, I went, God help me. Please help me. Because I have these 2 children with me. One is about 5. One is maybe not even 5, maybe 4. And the other one is 2 years. I don't even know anymore. The only thing I know for sure, when I said help me, all I remember is pushing the key in the door to unlock the door. I still have no idea. I have dwelled on it for years and years and years, even in those times, to see, how did I do all of this? I cannot remember. It's like I was lifted and placed there. All I said was, help me. And a gentle peace came over me. Not, the door was there and the key was in the lock. So sometimes we get those things and we do not tie them to anything. But all we have to do is ask. I don't know what answer I was going to get. The angels are not winged beings in white robes all the time. They are divine messengers, spiritual guides, energetic companions sent to walk alongside. Have you ever decided that you are going to have a meeting with somebody today, and you know it's going to be a frustration and difficult challenge conversation? You can ask God for guidance, but you can say to your guardian angel, go, they are workers. Go in front of me, go ahead of me, and speak to Joan's guardian angel. Not to Joan. You're not asking for an outcome. That is not our job. Our guardian angels will talk to their guardian angels and they will fix it. I promise you, you try that, it will work. You're having a challenge with family and friends, and who does not have challenges with family and friends? Look at the closeness of our tongue and our teeth. How many times have you bit your tongue? And they're so close. So take that consideration. And when you have a challenge with someone, even if it's a supervisor, a boss, the banker, you cannot get it. Something is pushing you and you cannot get to go where you want to go. Trust me. Call on your guardian angel, whether you know your guardian angel's name or not, because they do have a name. And say, okay, you have already prayed, you put it in the hands of God, but you need that other closeness right there with you at that moment. And you say, I go, Joyce, talk to the guardian angel of my sister Dawn, and you guys figure it out. I do that all the time. And the minute it bothers me, I just go, you got this, right, Joyce? You got this. And that's all I do. And you have to do this. If you do not do that, you cannot go and tell your adult children how to behave. And you cannot tell your guardian angel what are the results you're looking for, because if you did, you would have solved it. You would have fixed it, right? You would have put a plaster on it or band-aid. You do something with it. But we don't know. We don't know. So go and ask your guardian angel, like you'd go to advice from the doctor. Doctor, I have this headache, and he wants to know, when do you get it, right? But you don't know what he's going to say to help you with this situation. Then look at it from a practical standpoint. And your guardian angel, if you feel you have one, the name does not have to be celestial. It doesn't have to be a spiritual Azrael, Gabriel, all of them, Uriel, Oriel. It doesn't have to have the names of all these guardian angels. In the Catholic Church, we know we have them. The Muslims have them. The Jewish religion has them. They are in all religions. We just cover them in different types of religion, and we go straight to Jesus. But Jesus gives us helpers. He had 12, for goodness sake. He didn't go and spread Christianity on his own. He had a mixture of apostles and helpers, the Mary, the Martha, all of those. And then here we come for a big self, and we do not want to accept that we can get help from something else, somewhere else. So do that. They are divine messengers, spiritual guides, energetic companions sent to walk alongside us. Different traditions speak of them in various ways. Guardian angels who stay with us from birth. Archangels who oversee specific areas of our life. Earth angels, people placed in your life for a divine reason. And then there are those whispers in your spirit, nudging you to go left instead of right. What do you think is doing that? You on your own? No. To wait one more day before you step into the day. To forgive someone. To trust the process. Let the process go. You have prayed to God for an answer, and He's giving you an answer, and all of a sudden you're going to say, I'm going to handle it myself. Trust in the process. There is your time and there is divine time. All of those moments, that's angel guidance telling you, you know what, you give it to God, let Him have it, take a dot, walk away. Speak aloud when you're ready. Hear this. What is so, I am divinely guided and protected. Yes, you are. Say that. You can say it now if you feel. I am divinely guided and protected. I trust that angels are walking with me today. What do you have today that is daunting? Do you have a difficult task to perform today? My heart is open to divine support today. Even when I cannot see the way, I am never walking alone. Journaling, for you to journal in your book, write in your book. When was the time I felt supported but didn't understand how or by whom? There's the footstep in the sand, that poem or that thing. And that is when God answered us. That's when I carried you. You were never alone. We believe that we were walking alone in those difficult and challenging moments. And then the author says, God said to you, that was when I carried you. Those single footsteps was mine. It wasn't yours. And you are doubting that? So begin to write that. When was the last time you felt supported but didn't understand how or by whom? As I said, you can use, look at this is before I got to where I am today and all these other writings. These are part of my journaling. This book here. That goes back to 2001, July 4th, just talking about things. So begin to write without thinking. Let your hand move freely. Allow your memories and emotions to lead you. After that, write, what messages do I need to hear from my guardian angel today? You're okay. You're okay. You'll come out on the other side. That silent voice. You can go to a friend, and if the friend is not aligned with the angels, the friend will say to you, you know what, if I were you, I'd give up. It's kind of difficult. What you expect? He married this one, she married that one. What you expect? But that's not what you need, do you? You do not need more judgment on anybody. You do not need to realize that that's none of your business. Your business is to, how do I manage this? It's me. Fix it away from me. Here, guardian angel, take it. Let them, and wait and see. Magic happens. And give yourself the comfort to know, I ask and I will receive. Sometimes, a friend said to me, sometimes God doesn't hear me. And I said, maybe he heard you by telling you to turn right instead of turn left with a guardian angel there. Did you see that vision that just flashed by? Did you? I don't know. Right. And you want to be connected to God, your guardian angel, God. It's in stillness and silence. When you feel disjointed, not connected, again, you go looking for help. I'll get a little bit of rub for this one. I'll take a pill for that one. And the pill is within you. Be still. Be still. You don't know what to do. Like yesterday when I just had it, I went to sleep. You can't hear divine whispers in noise. You cannot hear it in noise. Speak aloud. Ask, angels, walk with me today. I am feeling a little bit low. Touch me today. Listen with your heart. Angels rarely shout. They whisper. They don't shout. They whisper. And they do not force you to take action. And an angel of God is not going to take over your free will. That's why they nudge. That's why they whisper. You have free will. Even if you have given that challenging situation, if a sibling, if a husband, a wife, a family member, a child, to the angel, and you decide and say, talk to my son, my daughter's guardian angel, and you decide to take it back and get involved in it, whoops, they give it back. They're not going to control you. But if you trust and you believe, then you need to release it and let it go. And let them take it over and wait. And you will be so surprised of how the answer will be so smooth. I wanted Vanessa to clean out her room. And I didn't know, I just couldn't get her to do this. And I just said, okay, Joyce, you talk to Vanessa's guardian angel. And it was challenging because I do not like clutter. And it just wasn't working. But I had committed to this and I go, okay, Joyce, you got this, right? One day, I am walking past Vanessa's bedroom and all I heard, she'll do it. Honestly. She came and she said, really, Mom, I shouldn't leave this here like that. I really have to do better than that. And she started working on it. It's still a work in progress because she's very busy with working and she has a 6-year-old daughter. I understand that, but it's better than it was. And she's doing a bit every time she drops in. And she's dropping in weekly to do it. But I had to trust because anything else would be a fight. Anything else would anger me. Anything else would anger her. The guardian angel is taking it. And all I do when I pass, I look at it, I go, you got this, right, Joyce? Just like that. So listen with your heart. Watch for signs, a feather, a pattern, a flicker of light. That wasn't what happened yesterday. These are not accidents. Trust your inner compass. It is being calibrated by angelic energy. So close your eyes for a little bit of visualization. Picture yourself in front of a soft golden light. Now imagine light figures, peaceful, warm comfort is just floating around you, surrounding you at your left, on your right, behind you, and in front of you. Then radiate love. Send love out to the universe. Open your heart and just let your heartstrings pull them out and send it out there. And then whisper, I know you've got this. I know you've got this. You will feel safe and supported. You are walking with angels. You're always walking with angels. If you believe that. Another thing you can do is to decide before you step out of your home today that everybody I meet, you say it this way, I am happy and grateful. Everybody I see Everybody I talk to, everybody I interact with is amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. They're all angels. The angel is the person that you find that is very distasteful. There is something, as I said, the mother or the caregiver that held them in their arms that day only wanted the best for them, no matter how it turned out. That's what they wanted. That's it. And that's what you have to remember. When you see those that are less fortunate than you, remember somewhere out there on that day was a parent or a guardian that needed them and loved them and protected them and believed they would be the best. So as you step into your day, walk confidently, speak kindly, listen intently, because angels are amongst us and within us. Let your spirit be a channel of peace, love for someone else today. You may be the angel they were waiting for, to give them that, you can do it. You're okay. The results from the doctor will be better than you think. Continue to eat properly. You will feel better. Go in love, go in light, and go knowing, hey, you're never ever alone. Have a wonderful and amazing day. How did you feel about these people, wonderful, amazing humans? They're angels amongst us. They're going anywhere. It's up to us to tap into that energy to enable us to live our fruitful life. So today was the pillar of spiritual prosperity. And again, I read a little bit of it for you guys earlier. And I want to continue just a little bit from my book. It says, right? So it tells you that I read up until here. When we allow fear to stop us from taking actions or trying new things, we allow fear to control our lives. We're saying to ourselves, you're not good enough to succeed. If you do this, you might fail. If you do this, what will others think? Fear can cripple us if we let it rule our life. What we believe leads us to more fearful of what we would not be ordinarily scared of doing. It's the belief that does that. We must work on believing in ourselves and what we know and we feel is true. We are responsible for making all the pillars strong and continuing to keep them prosperous. Each pillar must have a unique strength to come together to help us to live a fulfilled life. There are religious beliefs that we drag into the pillar of spiritual prosperity. These beliefs can prevent us from living a fulfilled life. It restricts us from creating abundance in our lives. We often use spiritual prosperity as an excuse not to do or even try to do things. We use it against ourselves in many different ways. The most prominent of all those ways is the belief that we will not enter heaven if we do not do all those things. But we will enter heaven if we give our best and accept the best from others. We pick small portions from holy books, small portions, and we use them to keep ourselves and others away from doing things that will lead to success and therefore to leading them a life of abundance. Failure to use one pillar to its fullness affects all of the pillars. Using our pillars daily allows us to have the best version of ourselves. So, speak with grace. Use exquisite and impeccable words when speaking about yourself or others. Embrace acceptance. Accept others for who they are without forming opinions about them. Words as prophecy. Your words shape your reality. What you say is what you get. Where you go is where you are. Avoid assumptions. If you don't know, ask. Assumptions can lead to misunderstandings. Control your best effort. The only thing you can control is always doing your best. Recognize worth. Everyone is good enough and worthy and unique with special talents just like you. Encourage spiritual growth. Take time to listen and observe your surroundings. Practice stillness and silence and daily meditation to connect with your spirituality. Christ went for 40 days to be by himself. Think about that. Morning rituals. Start each day with a ritual that includes gratitude for yourself and others. Daily reflections. Spend 2 minutes each day writing a short paragraph about something amazing you observed or experienced in the past 24 hours. Avoid comparison. Comparing yourself to others does not enhance your spiritual health. They will always be better and lesser than you. Practice gratitude. Be grateful for the universe, each breath and each step you take. Every form of gratitude enhances your spiritual pillar of prosperity. So, this is Barbara. Barbara sought me out. One day she was scrolling through the Instagram and she came across me. And Barbara had a lot of, she just didn't understand it, but she joined. At our first meeting, she asked me to help her. She said, share her skepticism about spirituality. She felt her faith was non-existent, a result of her disillusion with organized religion. She believed that churches and other places of worship were more focused on financial gain than spiritual growth, promising eternal happiness in the afterlife. The initial doubt, a feeling many of us have experienced, is something Barbara could relate to, and I'm sure many of you can too. Barbara's journey took a turn when she came across the pages on social media. She realized that being spiritual is entirely different from a religion or dogma. This shift in her belief was the first step toward her transformation. She then asked if I would work with her on believing in herself. She thought she would never find peace and get to heaven. How I described spirituality and its meaning resonated with her. So she sought the advice and she got it. So she had to understand, do you believe you're good enough? She didn't think she had any help coming her way. Are you worthy to receive the best life offers? Do you know your best is all you do? Are you guilty of making assumptions? So I took her through this. And today, Barbara is a living testament to the power of personal growth. She has transformed her life, living her vision of a fulfilled life, and she does go to church. She found the peace that she could accept it and realize what was being told could be other people's opinion, and she shouldn't judge them. So there's angels there for your help. Find your angel. It could be a human, a person, but find your angel. And when you find your angel, believe in you. Believe you're doing the right thing. Listen to the inspirations. Take a little thing and say, it's okay. I can do this. I got this. And believe in yourself. But help is there. Just do like me. Help me. And all I can tell you, the key's in the door, and I am in the house with the two girls. So let's see what we can do. Today is another day. I have no idea what what God has for plan. I want to go to work. But yesterday was that day. So today could be another one. Have faith and believe you're on the right path. I love and respect you. I'm happy and grateful you took the time to join me today. Have a great day on TikTok. You guys are amazing.